against Russia, and it is not right. I've been a journalist for about 25 years, and I was educated to lie, to betray, and not to tell the truth to the public. Not to tell the truth to the public. Not to tell the truth to the public. Well, I've been a journalist for about 25 years, and I was educated to lie, to betray, and not to tell the truth to the public. But seeing right now, within the last months, how far, how the German and American media tries to bring to the people in Europe, to bring to Russia. This is a point of no return, and I'm going to stand up and say it is not right what I have done in the past. To manipulate people, to make propaganda against Russia, and it is not right what my colleagues do and have done in the past, because they are bribed to betray the people, not only in Germany, all over Europe. They are bribed to betray the people. They are bribed to betray the people. And I don't like to have this situation again, because it's never coming from itself. There is always people behind it to push for. And this is not only politicians, this is journalists too. And I just have written in the book how we have betrayed in the past our readers just to push. And because I don't want this anymore. I'm fed up with this propaganda. We live in a banana republic and not in a democratic country where we have press freedom, where we have human rights. If you see the German media, especially my colleagues who day by day write against the Russians, who are in transatlantic organizations and who are supported by the United States to do so, well, people like me, I became honorary citizen of the state of Oklahoma in the United States. Just why? Just because I write pro-American. I wrote pro-American. I was supported by the Central Intelligence Agency, by the CIA. Why? Because I should be pro-American. I'm fed up with it. I don't want to do it anymore. And so I've just written a book not to earn money. No, it will cause a lot of trouble for me, just to give the people in this country, in Germany, in Europe, and all over the world, just to give them a glimpse of a view what goes up behind the closed doors.
One of the hopeful things that I've discovered is that nearly every that has started in the past 50 years has been a result of media lies. The media could have stopped it if they had searched deep enough. If they hadn't reprinted government propaganda, they could have stopped it. But what does that mean? Well, that means basically populations don't lie. And populations have to be fooled into. Populations don't willingly and with open eyes go into it. So if we have a good media environment, then we'll also have a peaceful environment. But our number one enemy is ignorance. And I believe that is the number one enemy of everyone, is not understanding what is actually going on in the world. It's only when you start to understand that you can make effective decisions and effective plans. Now, the question is, who is promoting ignorance? Well, those organizations that try to keep things secret, and those organizations which distort true information to make it false, misrepresentative. In this latter category,
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend. The end of all the elaborate plans. The end of everything that stands. The end, no safety nor surprise. The end, I'll never look into your eyes again. Can you picture what will be so limitless and free? Desperately in need of some stranger's hand in a desperate land. Lost in a romance, wilderness of pain, and all the children are insane.
This here. I mean, you know they don't make shit up in the cartoons. They always tell the truth. Always.
Inviting me here.
Human, where's your sacrifice?
What? Oh, you mean, do you want the...
Bring me your sacrifice.
Yes, right away, sir.
The creatures who deceive the humans in the name of God were reptile-like aliens called reptilians. The reptilians liked to eat the animals of Earth and occasionally enjoyed eating human flesh, too. They brainwashed the Earthlings by using the name of God when their true intentions were to invade and overtake the Earth.
But this was a violation of the Universal Code, which states that no planet should interfere with any other planet as long as its people live with the spirit of love and harmony.
They cunningly devised a plan that would not breach the Universal Code. They brainwashed individuals and used them to instigate disorder in society. This gave the reptilians a reason to interfere. They then intended to have their compatriots immigrate to Earth so they could control the planet before the space police interfered.
Oh, great God. I humbly...
You see this? I mean, you can't make this shit up. And
want you to know this.
It's like 22nd, right? 2022, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. God bless every single one of you. And guys, we have some huge information coming out. And give me a second here, guys. I can't hear myself. There you go. We have some huge information coming out. There is a huge lock going on right now because of this monkeypox. Now, before I start, give me a second here. I just got to make sure everything's running properly. Going on right now. All right, so everything's good. So, guys, I'm reading an article. A monkeypox outbreak explodes across Europe. And this is something huge. I mean, look at this. Now,
do you think it's possible for ships to come from inside the sun through the portals, through these solar flares? If you've answered yes and or no, either way, we're going to look at ships coming out of the sun, from inside the sun, out of the solar flares. When some of the most powerful solar flares happen, these ships, sometimes it looks like a big fleet of ships comes out all at once, and one right after the other. So we're getting ready to look at that, you all. Please keep an open mind. Thank you.
Temperature records this weekend all along the coast, and there's concern from the North American Electric Reliability Corporation that some parts of the country could experience blackouts this summer because of the heat. What can you tell us about this, Scott?
It's pretty likely that there are going to be power outages across a large part of the country this year. And it's not just, in one specific area. We're talking because of the power grid and the way it's set up, it could be big cities and several states that are going to be impacted by this summer. NERC, which is in charge of maintaining a reliable level of power across the grid, says the predicted above normal temperatures and the mega drought gripping the western U.S. will create high peak demands and forced outages. The drought is going to create problems out of power generation due to the hydroelectric dams across the western U.S. Some dams have already had to be taken offline last year due to water reservoirs levels dropping so low. And already this year, those reservoirs are at critical levels, so it could happen again. The National Weather Service Climate Prediction Center released its summer outlook yesterday, and it supports the warnings about electricity. This summer, almost the entire country can expect above normal temperatures, especially the western U.S., which is only going to add to the drought problems out there at the hydro plants. The higher
Most people are in a much more difficult situation now than they were when the pandemic started. What if we get another pandemic thrown at us now? Will we be able to deal with that? Will we be able to deal with lockdowns, restrictions, and threats of forced injections? I think most people will not manage, and they will cry out, "Save us." Hi there, and welcome to my Viking cabin. I was out filming and I managed to drop my camera and I broke the lens. So I'm using my GoPro to film this, and I know the sound is not perfect, and I'm sorry about that, but that's my only option right now. I guess that most of you by now have heard the news about monkeypox. Yeah, sounds like something out of a science fiction novel or something like that. But it's a real thing, it's a real disease, and it's been around for quite some time, and some people are saying that this is the new pandemic, and here we go again. It absolutely has the potential to start that same hysteria that we saw during COVID all over again. So I'm going to talk a little bit about not so much that disease in itself, because I'm not a doctor, and that's why I don't want to go into details on monkeypox, but it is a real disease, and
So the first angel went and poured out his bowl on the earth and felt the painful sores come upon the people who bore the mark of the beast and worshiped the image of the beast. What's going to happen? Revelation 16:2 will happen. You should read this for yourself and pause the video. Sores upon men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. Revelation 16, so the first one, angel, went and poured out his bowl on the earth, and a harmful of powerful sores afflicted the people who had the mark of the beast and worship his image. It seems no matter what book you read, what version you read, they all saying the same thing about that mark of the beast. Monkeypox is the affliction from taking the mark of the beast. Nothing new under the sun. This monkeypox has came from the same mark of the beast in the past. They burst, they leak, they spread, they cause more problems. So if you have taken that mark, we've all worked so hard to tell you not to take, then you can expect these boils on your body that will explode and cause you more pain because you have taken that mark
After saving with
of the
customized car
beast.
insurance from Liberty Mutual,